Now, since we are not citizens anymore in this country, that explains why they want all these warehouses. See, the Supreme Court did its job. You notice the Republican senators and representatives in those racist ass states, they don't want us voting. They're going to strip of us all our rights. They're going to come for the 14th Amendment. They're going to pull something out their ass to take that away. Birthright citizenship. Who want to be citizens or part of a country that never wanted you to be part of it? You know, as a black man, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I fought the moderate whites. Because you really start paying attention to those moderate whites. They okay with what the hardline white supremacists are up to. See, because they think that their whiteness would protect them. But we've seen what happened over the winter, right? Some of us are beginning to wake up that if one group of people are not safe, none of us are. And now, since they have shown us who they are and what they're doing with their wealth and power, we got to put people in power to stop them, to hold them accountable. Hell, to go to war if we have to against them. See, because they're not going to stop. They have 3 years left, maybe 2.5. And look what the damage they have done through their project. They're going to keep pushing black and brown communities and moderate white communities to the breaking point. The midterms are coming up soon this November. They want all hell to break loose. And they're going to push people so the Orange Clown can declare martial law. See, because they're working on it in two ends. One, they have the war. Two, they're going to have unrest. Three, he ain't going to have much of a choice because no one's going to go fight for a country that pisses on them every day, especially minorities. And if you are a minority going to go sign up for a fucking military career, get the fuck out. Pete Hegseth and them clowns tell you every day they don't like you. So stay the fuck away from their military. Matter of fact, go and join a militia, a resistance. That's what you need to be doing. Protesting on the weekend is not going to save us. Because what for? Because the Democratic Party is just as fucked up. Matter of fact, they're the problem. They playing footsie with them bastards and voting with them, agreeing with them and breaking bread with them. So Hakeem Jeffrey can stand in front of the Black Caucus and witch and whine and bitch and whine, but he supports apartheid. Him, Cory Booker, and other black and Latino politicians. If you support ethnic cleansing, genocide, an ethno-state overseas, you're okay with it here, coming back. So stop bullshitting us when you get in front of the camera, because that's all it is, BS. Because you hang out with a man that pledged allegiance to a foreign country. So you're taking orders from their fucking organizations. And Kamala Harris, another one, she pops out and she have to say something. But remember, she's in the Klan too. So, she knew what was coming down the pipe, but she chose to play ball instead of standing up for what's right. That crooked ass court should have been dismantled when you knew Mitch McConnell and the rest of those white supremacists was rigging it. But since, politicians are just fucking puppets, she didn't have no power. So they said, why don't you run? And she did. She had the momentum, but hey, they already had the game rigged. Remember, for 4 years they're telling you it was stolen while they was planning on stealing it. And that's why they had the Supreme Court to gut Section 2, Section 5, and wipe their ass with the remaining Voting Rights Act. And that token nigga, Thomas. I can't really get mad at Thomas. I really can't. Because Thomas was bred to be what he is. He's fucking Samuel Jackson showed us what Thomas is. And Django. I mean, Ben Carson, the rest of those black ass kisses, they so stupid. Condoleezza Rice, all of them. You don't have no rights to vote. They took your rights away. They can rig it and take your... You don't have nobody defending your community. Even though the blacks who went up there to D.C., they only can do but so fucking much. But it gave an illusion that black folks actually had, a say in this government. But it was all a fucking lie. None of us really have anything to say about this government because, you see, they're not listening to the American people. So why the fuck are we wasting our time standing in a fucking line looking to pull a ballot for someone that's going to have to go to D.C. and kiss rich men's ass to stay in D.C.? You see the ones who don't kiss ass, you see what they had. They got primary and replaced with people who will kiss that ass. It's this game, man. This game is unbelievable. We watched Dana Bash on CNN question one of the representatives after the shit happened with Trump. Oh, you think we should tamp down the rhetoric and all that nonsense? The same Dana Bash who sit down on national TV and lied about Jewish kids being harassed on campuses. Why bombs was killing fucking Palestinian kids in Gaza. Claiming they was looking for Hamas, claiming it was tunnels. When someone lies like them fuckers lie, man, you can see the lie coming out their mouths before they even fucking open it. And then when you call them out, oh my God, they're passing laws. We gotta protect them. Why the fuck are they passing these laws? But you can't even get these motherfuckers pass a law to protect black people. But they will protect a goddamn Zionist. Man, you can see who these people are. Nazis and Jews, right? No, it's Nazis and Zionists. And they stole those people's identity, went over there and stole under somebody else's land, just like the settlers did here in America. Same shit. Same fucking shit. Just like when they went to South Africa and set up apartheid after World War II down there. And America in the 80s, we're getting over it and having movies about the Ku Klux and all that shit. And black folks putting black leadership in prisons for standing up for human rights. Killing people, murdering people, putting drugs on our streets. Oh man, it was a lot of shit going on back then in the 80s. But we're young, we didn't pay no attention. The CIA, the same CIA that claimed it's fighting terrorism was the terrorists. Fly down to Central America, build a few concentration camps, break bread with some Nazis hiding out down there, come on back with cocaine after you drop the guns off. Destabilizing countries for some fucking fruit company. Huh? This world been carved up, folks. But now, the new fucking group of Nazis. See, they done put the crack on our streets. Okay, that didn't work. You made some of them rich off of private prisons. And the cemetery is full of people who, fell into the trap. And then, before that, they was murdering our Black Panther leaders. And then after they murdered all of them, what they do under Nixon? Right, not too long after the fucking Civil Rights Bill was passed. Right? What did they do? Said we was enemy number one. There was always dog whistling. They was always talking to the Southern racist white man that, hey, the Citizen Council, the Dixiecrats, you have a home here. Just come over to Business America and Powell write his memo to brainwash other rich racist motherfuckers to join to take America back. Because we don't want these brown and black people having rights. And don't forget the Asians, a few. We'll let them get a better education. But then they get Ronald Reagan to make sure you start charging for education instead of making the country smarter. He made our fucking country smaller. in knowledge. They rather control us, and they control a lot of people because you know how dumb you have to be to listen to Donald Trump bullshit and say, yeah, that makes sense. You don't have a brain. You incapable of critical thinking. And see, that's why they have these platforms like TikTok and Meta and Facebook owns Meta and Instagram because they want to monitor what we say. And when they hear the truth, their fucking brains start frying. They're going to say, oh, we got to edit it. We got to make the algorithms harder. We don't want the truth to get out. And that's how stupid they are. You had the ball. You threw it. You broke the window. We know who did it. We seen you when you was throwing the fucking balls. And so, folks, that metaphor means they can't censor the truth. It's out. They can't censor this shit. You know, I called it out on one of my old shows a while back. It was, first they went after women's rights. It was easy. They got rid of abortion when they put that blonde bitch on the stand. Right? We watch politicians from both sides cater to this shit, right? Because they'll try to act like they're shocked, but they're not shocked. They knew what the fuck them guys was up to. They break bread. Just like right now, most politicians want to give us theater questioning Pete Hegseth. They know that boy's a Nazi. They're not stupid. You know, he's Secretary of War. Hey, because he wants to be. They put him there because they wanted him there. To do exactly what he's doing. Purge our government of people who will stand up and resist the coup. And that Iran war, I'm going to keep saying this, that war is going to be the downfall of the United States. See, because the oligarchs want this country to fail. This is a dying empire. White supremacy and racism stabbed the United States in the back because those racist bastards don't want their people woke to whose the puppet masters really are. We think we have a government. No, we never did. They just allowed us to fucking have a little bit to shut us the fuck up. Why do you think they was arming all these rednecks back in the day? Gun law, Second Amendment, Second Amendment. You don't hear Second Amendment now, do you? Right? States' rights to own and get. You don't hear none of that shit, right? Because, see, they want you, oh, well, wow, we need to control gun violence. Second Amendment, stand your fucking ground. Stand your fucking ground. Right? They passed all that shit because they was planning on tearing this fucking country down. And they telling the white people, well, at least you got your guns. Because them other people are coming for all of us. And see, that's what they want. They want us divided. They want us divided. But if you have common sense and study real American history, you learn from, because they left a paper trail, a history trail, because this is the birth of their fucking nation once again. See, the Confederacy is the cancer. Greed and racism. It's the colonialism. They don't bargain, they take. They don't compromise, they take. They're good at lying. And they want you to believe their lies, not what you see. They're complicit. Every last one of them. The politicians put there to give us an illusion. Can we have a country, government? Never have. It's time for a revolution.